I was in a meeting and them folks was trying to play me, right? So I just went in and then I said, I'm done. I dropped the mic on him.
What?
And when I walked out, I felt so good. I was just like, please don't let me lose my job.
Oh my God. Hi, what?
I dropped the mic. I was just like, listen, I feel like you just, going around in circles trying to play a game with me.
Yeah.
Like, let's make a decision here. And whatever your decision is, I'm going to roll with it because that's what I do as a soldier. I just take it and roll with it.
It's called My Vet Benefits. You guys, I promise you, I stayed up very late last night perusing this app, best friend.
What?
And it's My Vet Benefits on Apple and I guess Android users. They have that as well. My Vet Benefits.
Okay.
So in the vein of entrepreneurial training, they actually offer a mentorship program. It's a one-on-one long mentorship with the industry expert, whatever your industry is, on-demand resources and a village of supporters. And it's offered, it's literally to like cultivate the legacy of informed veterans and active duty military spouses who ventured into like entrepreneurial journeys, etc. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Boots2Heels, where two Army besties turned in their dog tags for Louis bags. I'm your girl, Miss Miko Reed.
And I'm Nikki Cole.
Williams? No,
okay, Nikki Cole or Nikki Cole.
Okay, you got it. Okay,
I go back and forth.
You do. I enjoy it though, because I'm like, okay, Nikki Cole, but I'm like waiting for the Williams. But in my head, I'm hearing WMS, because that's like, is that really Williams? So it's all confusing to me.
WMS is definitely Williams.
We're not even in the Army anymore, and you still use acronyms.
I know, right?
So
you know what? Someone wrote into us and talked about, y'all be using all those acronyms. Like,
really?
Yes. Like, they're not in the military, so they don't know those acronyms. So we need to start spelling out the words rather than just saying
TSP, ADOL. So AWD, like, what? Right. We think everybody know.
Right. But if we don't just have a military audience, which is great.
Yeah.
And thank you for your non-military audience. We appreciate you.
But we need to do that. So WMS is Williams. Right? I'm RD for Reed, Miko Reed. So that's really
Now you're making stuff up.
No, seriously. Okay. How was your week, girl?
You know what? I had a very interesting week.
You did?
Yes. I'm still in corporate America. And I swear
we both are.
Yes.
We love to hate it.
But like, I was watching one show and they were just like, when they, in their podcast, they started doing podcasts. It took about 2 years for them to be able to lead corporate America. I am on a freaking countdown, baby.
Okay.
Because those people at that job, honey,
girl,
Trump started some crap. And now they act like we back into the slavery days. But what they didn't realize is that when I start doing this right here.
Your neck start turning.
Girl.
If you turning your neck.
I try not to, but when they push me to that point,
best friend, you turning that neck in these corporate streets.
Listen, I do this finger like this right here. I get to doing this right here.
Sick of that finger. I be sick of this.
Sometimes you just have to pop out and show them.
Okay, period. That's true. Yeah, I maintain. Yeah,
it's hard.
It's very hard. And speaking of corporate America, I try to, like, you already know, I want to fly below the radar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
But I can't. So it's like, okay, I gotta, pop out and show them too. So,
you know what? I think though, just depend on your energy, if you can fly under the radar or not. Like, I don't think we are fly under the radar type of women.
Cause the radar be radaring on us. Right? It's like a dart. It's like, oh, there's Nikki and Miko. What can we F with them with today?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Yes.
So you had that kind of week.
I had that kind of week. Like, jeez, Louise. You didn't. Yours was low key.
Week was chill. I don't know why it was chill. That's scary to me because now I feel like, okay, here we go. Next week is about to be crazy. But yeah, it was pretty chill. I did not order out a lot last week. I didn't order out a lot. I didn't order.
Good for you.
But I do enjoy ordering lots of food just because I'm a foodie in my head. But so yeah, that was my week.
Okay.
Yeah. What would you? So listen. Speaking of food, because you know I love to eat, y'all. I want to know what your favorite food is. What's your favorite food?
Girl, I am simple. People probably think I like filet mignon. My favorite food, and people always be like, "That's not your favorite food." It is pizza. Yes.
So
I love pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just like that is my favorite food. I remember one time you bought me a pizza book for my birthday.
Right. I was getting ready to say that. Like, I should have bought you pizza stock. I should have put you.
Yeah, but you brought me stock for champagne, which is better than stock.
That's
pizza.
Yeah. So this year for her birthday, I'm thinking a Chuck E. Cheese pizza party. Why we think about that?
I love that. That's so cute.
A Chuck E. Cheese.
I can imagine an adult Chuck E. Cheese party.
They call that Dave and Buster's probably. But Chuck E. Cheese is creepy a little to me. That rat.
Yeah, maybe we can put him with a man with muscles with just some, you know,
with a pizza suit on.
Maybe we make Chucky a stripper.
Okay, all right. I like
an adult Chuck E. Cheese party.
Adult Chuck E. Cheese party with pizza in his hand. He feeding you. He dancing on top of you. He doing it.
Bring it, Chucky. Bring it, Chucky.
We were talking about food. My bad. Okay.
What's your favorite?
My favorite food is filet mignon. No, okay. Y'all remember when Tommy did? No.
Nah,
okay.
I don't.
Okay, yeah. So it's filet mignon. Like, honestly, it's steak in general. Beef. Give me the beef. It's steak. Like, I love steak.
I have a story about this because I remember we didn't know each other for long, and you know we would go out when we first started.
I smelled like chicken and shit. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but we went to this place, and she was like, yes, I will have the filet mignon butterflied, medium well, no pink. I was like, what the fuck? What is it? What is butterfly? I don't know.
When you're cutting it in half, not like straight across, but like in the middle of the steak, so it allows you to cook it and sear it, and it's not so tough. No, I'm so serious.
I know you're serious. That's why
I love steak. I love when it's juicy, and I do like a medium well, but I don't like the pink inside. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. You said medium well, no pink.
That's crazy that you remember that.
Because that's how I started ordering mine. I was like, that shit sound fancy. I'm ordering my filet mignons like that from that on.
Butterfly, please, sear and have no pink, garlic spread on the side, little Parmesan. Thank you.
I promise you, she did this for real. And I was just like...
we were in our 30s. Like, I was in my 30s. Like,
girl, you was doing it well. Okay.
And now that's how my kids do it. Like,
oh my God.
It's so annoying.
Why would those little kids be ordering a filet mignon though?
I don't know. Now I say get a strip steak, baby. The hell? Okay. Let's keep this moving. My head is still stuck on steak because I actually want to get some after this.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some of our wins this week. I'm going to let you go first because I feel like while I didn't have like a super crazy week, I feel like I feel like I didn't have much of a win. I think maybe just thanking God for waking up.
Oh, that's sweet. That's a really, really good win.
Oh, you were supposed to go first. Dang it.
I love your win. I'm going to take my win back to work.
Okay.
Because I was in a meeting and them folks was trying to play me, right? So I just went in and then I said, I'm done. I dropped the mic on.
What?
And when I walked out, I felt so good. I was just like, please don't let me lose my job.
Oh my God. Hi, what?
I dropped the mic. I was just like, listen, I feel like you just, going around in circles trying to play a game with me.
Yeah.
Like, let's make a decision here. And whatever your decision is, I'm going to roll with it because that's what I do as a soldier. I just take it and roll with it.
Period. That's what we do.
Make the decision. What's your decision? Let me know when you're ready. I walked out.
Girl.
If I had a mic, I would have dropped it.
Girl, I am really impressed.
I felt good about that win.
But what's the result now?
Yeah, just I ain't got no pink slip yet, so it may have been good. I don't know.
She like, best friend, we need to expedite the
HR process.
The success of this podcast to really pop.
We need to spin this wheel, baby. We need to rev it up.
Yeah, because baby is on the last. No, I appreciate. You know what I think?
Sometimes you have to do that.
You
though.
do. I was going to say that,
and I don't think it's just in general for work. I think it's period.
Yep. Yeah,
you know, when people start playing with you, like, wait a minute,
in your face, like you playing in my best friend's face, and you don't think she gonna drop the little proverbial mic? Bitch, bye. She's out.
Yeah. Exactly.
I won't do that though. I'm a little.
You was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't. That's not what I meant. That's not what.
Like I've only been there. 2022 was that 3 years?
Yeah,
not even a full 3 years. So I was like, I don't feel comfortable.
But you had a smile when we had an argument this week, y'all. We had a It was smiling. She was just like, "Wait a minute." She's winning on a text to talk. She was just going in.
I felt good about it. That's a win.
That is a win. And I was just like, then Miko always going to bring it back. She's just like, "Wait a minute, guys. I didn't mean it that way. Let me start this over."
I did say that. I said, let me look at this from all perspectives.
And I said, now, baby, bring it. But this is my lane, baby. Bring it to the lane.
She is literally not lying. Like, to be honest, I was like, okay, I never go hard in circumstances.
You do what you always apologize once you
I apologize. But this time I was wrong. Duh. Don't do that because yes, this time I was wrong.
You're always wrong.
But no, I'm not. She's always a bossy AB. So I'm just simply saying when I gave my y'all, we ain't even gonna unpack what the conversation was about because if we do, all the topics we have planned for you guys today are gonna go out the window. Right. Because let me tell you, let me put the hammer in a coffin or whatever it's called, the nail. I walk in. So we doing talk to text. I walk in, she's mid talk to text, and she look up at my face, and I'll say it in your face. I was like, what? I was like, why you? I said, anyway, yeah, bye. Like, that was the dumbest argument.
But that was a good win for you.
Yeah, I feel good about like, don't play in my face and think I ain't gonna say nothing back to you. I don't care if I circle back and apologize, huh? I don't care. Like, okay.
That is so funny, but
we're gonna calm down.
I don't know if that's funny to you guys or you have to be here or you have to be there to hear. It was funny to me. So.
It was funny because they know I think to a degree you're starting to see our personality.
Yeah.
And you see that she's really a bully, right? And like
I'm not a bully. Say bossy.
She's a bossy bully to me. But no, she's really not a bully. She's a bossy. She's what's the word? Because it's not just bossy.
It is just bossy.
It's something else. You see what I said when I said that we can't continue to like go down this shame spiral of this conversation because we will never let it up.
Right.
I think it's some domestics going on. Y'all, we need an intervention. We need a mediator. We need a therapist. It is Military Awareness Month. We need somebody to help
y'all
us.
Tell us y'all thoughts. Like, I'm always right and I'm not bossy. I'm going to move on to military news.
Yes.
And you probably need this assistance because they have entrepreneur training.
I don't need.
And when you have partners,
graduate degree,
you have partners
from Georgetown
dealing with
School of Business and Leadership. I lead hoes.
You have a partner.
Lead them.
You have a partner. You're dealing with an entrepreneurship. You have to learn how to work with them well.
She does. Yes.
So the military offers entrepreneurship training.
I'm gonna sign her up.
You can tell we have not taken that training.
Right. We actually did. We haven't taken the latest one.
Right.
It'll debunk all the shit we took beforehand.
No, but this training you actually have to use your GI Bill for.
Oh.
And it's through the small SBA.
Oh, that's a good one then.
Yes.
Because it's accredited outside of the military as well.
Which I did not know that they offered that type of training through the SBA.
I didn't either.
I know the SBA does offer some free training, but this particular training is paid for with your GI Bill or whatever VA benefits you may have. If you're looking into being an entrepreneurship, that's one of the things that you probably want to check out and see, if it benefits you or not.
Okay.
And what I did read is that your spouse is like, they can use a lot of your VA benefits and educational benefits. They can't use this particular one. It's only for the military
Veteran
personnel
or active duty.
either.
I stumbled upon this amazing app. Y'all, I was just minding my business, scrolling, and I believe that Big Brother and AI be in our head.
Oh, they be listening to everything.
Right.
Girl.
Because I think I don't know what I was talking about, but it was something to do with military, because always. And they said, oh, download this app for information. I'm like, oh, okay. But I was so excited. I downloaded it. So look, I'm about to, I didn't tell you because I wanted this
What
to be
type of app is
my
it?
win as well. It's like, it's called My Vet Benefits. You guys, I promise you, I stayed up very late last night perusing this app, best friend.
What?
And it's My Vet Benefits on Apple and I guess Android users. They have that as well. My Vet Benefits.
Okay.
So in the vein of entrepreneurial training, they actually offer a mentorship program. It's a one-on-one long mentorship with an industry expert, whatever your industry is, on-demand resources and a village of supporters. And it's offered, it's literally to like cultivate the legacy of informed veterans and active duty military spouses who ventured into like entrepreneurial journeys, etc.
Wow.
But that's not even it. That is just one component. You put in your VA rating, you put in your years of service.
Your VA rating?
Yep. Because they
based on your ratings, you have different
Yes.
resources that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, stop.
Yes. And I found, and your kids and your spouse or whatever, like there's so many resources. I have 372.
Stop it.
Yes.
Is this a VA app or just a different app from a different, probably just someone that's,
Who created it?
yeah, they put all the
It
apps
says
together.
My Vet Benefits.
Oh, what is a VA app?
Yeah, it's My Vet Benefits. And you don't put
Dot what?
it's just like the app. The app is just My Vet Benefits. And then you go and you look on like your app, your Play Store, your
We
App Store.
have to definitely put that in the
No, for real. And
girl, that is so good.
yeah. And I'm not over exaggerating. It gives, even has like resources for like, returning 9/11, PTSD.
Wow.
It has so many resources. They have grants
Wow.
for kids of fallen soldiers. They have grants for, actively serving as a Green Beret. Like it's so many, guys.
Wow.
Please do yourself.
I'm getting that
Download that app. It's
I
free.
am getting that app.
And you don't even put in, the only personal information you put in, obviously, is like your name, and you put in your time and service and your VA benefit, your VA rating,
I'm
and then
getting that.
in your state, and they tell you everything that is available in your state.
Wow.
I felt good about that. Add that to my win. That's my win.
Yes, that is an amazing
Yeah.
win. And that's some good information for our viewers to know.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm going to get that app. Seriously,
Yeah.
I'm going to get that app.
You
Because
should.
I like to use my military resources. Like, if
Oh,
it's out there, baby, give it to me. I'm using it. I
Yes.
am using it.
I'm gonna have you on it.
So I'm going to look on that app for some fitness stuff. I don't know if
Oh, they have some too. Look on it. Yeah.
I figured that. My fitness tip today was going to be something else, but I'm going to say my fitness tip is to go in the app and find a fitness.
Okay.
In addition to that, make sure you move your body. I don't know if it's 1 minute,
Right.
5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's a form of exercise. People thinking that dancing, like, yes, that is one of my favorite exercises because it actually works your abs if you don't know it or not. Maybe not that.
When you do your face like this, I mean, you really dancing. But yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
It's moving.
you
Yeah.
just move your body. I mean, go in the app and check it out and find out what it's for fitness. And I'm gonna go on it. And if I see some nuggets that I can present to you next week, I definitely will. But in the meantime, the weather is amazing, hot maybe, but get out, do something. 5-10 minutes, start the journey somewhere.
Okay, I like that. I like that. And also in that same thought process, if you are a writer or poet like myself or just a creative, the weather is amazing. Get out and think about changing your space. So that's what I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
In terms of poetry, like change my space from just writing inside of like the four walls to like maybe going to a park or driving up to a location that has like waterfalls. They have that like Great Falls, Virginia or something.
Yeah.
And just right. And it honestly changes your outlook, and it affects the way you write, because then you have, you can write about nature. I'm really a real life. I'm writing about all the crack that happened in the 80s. But there was nature in the 80s too, in the 90s. So it's okay to write about that. So that's where I am with my poetry.
This next topic, and I love that, like where you're going to go and do your poetry at. This next topic is something that is completely opposite of that highlights. And people always think that, I like to talk about life and things that may happen to be prepared for real life. And I want to talk about the veterans benefits that they do offer. Is like, I think that I want to be cremated.
Me too.
If I'm not cremated, I would like to be buried into a military cemetery.
I like to be buried inside of a Louis and Gucci store, but
bury me in Louis style. Hey, bury me in the Gucci store.
You can put an American flag in there though, baby, because I serve my country. But I digress. Carry on.
One of the things because I'm always talking about, making sure I'm prepared in life. I have one kid. I just need to make sure I have all my affairs in order. And as I was talking to one of my friends about this, she was just like, your beneficiaries can be buried in the cemetery, any national cemetery where they have veterans at. Your family members your dependents can also be buried there as well.
Okay.
Which I didn't know. Like, I'm sure my kid probably gonna be like, Mom, no, I ain't gonna be buried where you at. But if she didn't have any other place to be buried, there's an opportunity for her to be buried where I am, and it's free of charge. And it's for all service members and their dependents can be buried into a national cemetery. So.
That's good to know. I honestly didn't know that. Because when my father passed, his dad was like,
he could have been buried there.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but he wanted to be cremated.
Oh, yeah.
So he's cremated. But yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
To bring it back to this app, they actually have, if you have interest in knowing more about that, and even interest in like the insurance and everything, they have that you can put that in, and they will have someone reach out to you.
Oh my God.
If you drop your phone number. Yeah. This app, now it's kind of like, is AI, is it like, what's going on? But
girl, that is so good. And I'm sure they have information about burials and everything as well.
Yeah.
That's good.
The coup de grace is obviously, Arlington Cemetery. Like,
yes,
that's a wait list.
Yes.
We had a friend, a couple years ago that passed away, and he wanted to be buried in Arlington Cemetery, but he had to wait like 4 months.
Stop.
Because that's how long the wait list is. Yeah. So, but
to get there,
that sounds great. He had to wait. He was deceased, but his family had to wait to, and they did. They waited. They flew his body to wherever his home state was. And then at the time
So did he actually get buried there?
He did.
Cemetery? Mm-hmm. That's really an honor to hear that.
Because you got is it a 21 gun salute? I
don't know what the number is, but I don't think it's 21.
You sure?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but that's something we should know.
I would want that at my funeral, though.
Yeah.
I want the gun salute at my funeral. And every veteran has the opportunity to get that.
Okay. It's a long wait for it.
To get buried at the Arlington Cemetery.
Buried at it.
Yeah. But the gun salute is something that's done through your state.
Yeah.
You can reach out to your state and they will do it for you. Yeah, my dad had it at his.
Oh, okay. Oh, your dad was prior military. What in the Army?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember talking to him about that.
Yeah.
And he was when I made my rank.
When I tell you,
Red loves my rank.
He was in the Army for all of 3 days.
It doesn't matter.
And girl, he swear he was a sergeant major of the year. He used to know everything about it. I'm like, Daddy, that ain't right. Daddy, that ain't right. And you like, it ain't right, Cole. Like, no, Daddy, that ain't right.
I remember one time I came over. He was sitting there.
Girl, he questioned you like he was a drill sergeant.
He was like, "Oh, so you E7 now, huh?"
Oh
okay. Well, tell me. I was scared. Like, I don't know.
You
don't know. Gone.
Best friend. I'm gonna tell the story another day, but they kicked him out the military because my daddy was on 12. They passed 10. He was on 12.
Not 10. Holy grail. Okay.
Let's move on because we have been chit-chatting about all kinds of other things.
Right. We gotta follow the script, y'all. Follow the script.
Sorry.
If you're listening on other platforms, Apple, Spotify.
She's pointing at me at this point.
I am pointing at her to double down on the fact that she is bossy. All right, so girl, let's segue into our next topic, which I would love for you to take the lead on, because we're discussing toxic relationships, and not just men and women and et cetera, et cetera. We're not. Look at me. I just wanted her to go.
Right. Our next topic.
I just wanted to be in charge.
Is aging. Like,
I'm in charge.
We are exactly. We're in our 50s. And you know how they say 50s is the new 20s or 50s is the new 30s? You hate saying you're in your 50s, but you're in your 50s.
Because I'm like, I am just 50.
But you look good to be in your 50s.
Well, you look good to be in your 50s too.
So people will look at us, and I'm not trying to say this in any kind of way. Like, people come to us and be like, it's no way you fit this.
So, okay. This topic, let me give you the overarching theme of it, and then we're going to circle back to that statement. Because the quest to stay young while we're aging is hilarious that we expect. For me, I can't speak for you, but when I'm like, people are like, how old are you? I'm like 50. If they don't go, oh my God, what?
You broke down.
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, well, maybe I didn't use enough oils in my face. Berries and juice. Maybe I didn't, do like, I don't know. Maybe I didn't meditate long enough. I didn't get enough sleep. I had too much alcohol. Like, it is a quest to feel, look, but mostly for me, and maybe for you too, not as much for people to say.
Well, I will say this. When they don't say it to me, I be saying in my mind, when they walk away, they be like, damn, she look good. That's what I be saying to myself. If they don't say it to me in my face, I be like, now they back there telling me, damn, she look good.
She look good from the front and from walking away. I love it. I let her still walk away. What to do?
I like to see you coming, but I love to see you walking away. Because the peach, be peachy.
Yes. Yeah, for me, I want to hear it.
Let me say this right here. Don't take this in a bad way.
I know. We circling back to colorism. Go ahead.
Yeah. But darker skin, because my skin is darker, you don't know. Let me say this. You don't see as many lines and wrinkles as you do. I'm not being funny. I'm being serious.
I know. That's the thing that's funny. You're not being funny. Okay, listen. She's opening a conversation that she doesn't even know she's opening right now.
I wasn't trying to open that conversation. I was just saying that you know how Caucasians, they age, they show their age a lot more than we do.
So,
and it happens the same with lighter skin.
I don't agree.
No, you don't.
I think bisexual. I think what do people? Mixed. I think biracial. But she's biracial. Okay, I think biracial people would be like, first that, like, okay, it's like Caucasians, and then like if you're black and white, if you're mixed with white, then it's like, okay, we can see your melanin is decreasing. But I don't think straight black people who are just light skinned are aging faster than darker skinned black people. Like, I need some, like, give me some imagery. Like, give me a name. You can't say Jasmine Guy, because she's looking at me. She's looking at me. Just because I had a little 1-2 step on my forehead last year. Don't do me. Just because I had a little 1-2 step. Like, I'm not afraid to admit it. When I was turning 50, y'all, I was like, best friend,
I feel like I look 50.
She was like, you are light skinned. I was like,
best friend, I feel like I want to get, what'd you get, Botox?
Botox. I was like, I want Botox.
I'm just like, best friend, don't do it. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, I need it. But once she got that shit,
I was popping.
I promise you, best friend, you was popping.
I was my forehead. I ain't gonna lie.
It's still popping though.
It was a year ago, but my forehead, when I had it, it was like an egg. Like, it was so smooth, y'all. It was like an egg. That's why I can tell when people have Botox, because you got that egg forehead, and it's okay, baby, because I had it too.
I have seen yours, and I've seen a person of darker skin that's really close to me that had it too, and hers was just like too tight. It made her look too tight because I don't think she needed it. But I don't think you needed it.
you see that little
I know. I don't think you needed it.
hand me. Get the hell off me.
I don't think you needed it either. But once you got it, I can see the difference.
Yes, I can, because I had, my sister always call it the 11s. Woo! The 11s are at the middle of your forehead.
Yeah.
Right? You got a little bit, only when you scratch your face.
You got almost 12.
But no, I did. I had
you look good, best friend.
And I want it again, but I'm hesitant because I don't want to be relying upon it. And I don't know how long it stays in your system. I don't have enough research on it, but I call it the 1-2 step. Sierra. The way that you look at me and I'm the younger, but I'm okay with, and let me tell you what's funny. I feel like I'm monopolized, but it's my segment. I didn't tell my man that I was going to get boy talks. I didn't tell you about the boy talk. No, boy talk.
Did he notice?
No. He
Is that good or bad?
It's good because he thought I was fine, period, from the beginning. He like, oh. And I actually had a conversation with him. I was like, yeah, I want to get both. He said, baby, you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. And I'm thinking, men always want to hold you back from your forehead greatness. And I'm like, but I got it anyway. And he's not going to find out till he watches this episode.
Oh my God.
Yikes. But yeah, and I haven't gotten it again. I want to get it. I'm going to shout out where I got it from.
Yes. Our good friend.
Moni. She's a esthetician, nurse practitioner.
What's Moni's business?
That's the bad part. I think it's a new me. Right. But it's I'm going to drop it in the chat. Yeah. I don't want to misspell it, but Black owned, beautiful women. And it is important that we support these businesses.
Absolutely.
But also when they do good work.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because baby, when I got that done, the group chat was loving.
Yeah, best friend, you was looking good. I was just like, girl,
we gonna drop some pictures in it. No,
girl, because I think like the first couple of days, nothing we can see a change. Yeah. Like that week, that week later, I was just like, best friend.
Yeah.
Yes, you was popping. And it's still on you. You know, as you see a person so much, you can't, it's still on you.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to get fillers, but I was afraid.
Wait, what's the difference? I thought that was
fillers they put in your cheeks. So like, okay, you know, so speaking of aging, when you age, these things are called jowls, Jowls.
Like the wrinkles on her. I had those.
Oh, jowls. And now to get rid of the jowls, they put fillers to do.
Oh,
baby, popping. I'm popping. And that's why they put tape on their faces when they're recording.
Girl, you just reminded me of I Love Jeannie. You
so sorry.
I don't get it, best friend.
Don't do it. I ain't gonna do it.
But what happens when it? So it runs out after a while and it goes back down?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I just know a lot of celebrities got it.
Mm-hmm. And then they don't. Now that you say that and hold your face like that, I can
do it with me. Do it with me, best friend.
Let me see if I would need it.
Your face so little. Oh, look at the camera. Oh shoot, look it up. But no, you really have a perfect face. Like I honestly, and a lot of my friends, I don't come and tell you because I'm like, your head too big anyway. But like they always say, why is it this way? Like your skin.
Because
if I could put a halo, everything is, and it's not because she's dark skinned. Because I've seen some dark skinned people, their face is not popping like this. So I don't want to say that. I think maybe it's a part of your fitness regimen.
It could be part of fitness and drinking a lot of water.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of thing is like from my mom. Like,
your mom look good.
My mom look good too. Yes, they age gracefully. Your mom is not as light as you.
Right. That's what she look. So
no, that's not what
Moni, I'll see you in about 2 months. Cause I need the 1-2 step.
No, I just think it's harder to see on darker skins.
Yeah, I don't know.
We still have the same aging, but it's harder to see. It's not as
in your face.
Yeah, I think I believe that's my theory. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some truth. I don't know. I don't know. But my real question is, why is it such a quest to remain young? Like,
girl, listen, y'all 20 and 30 years old. Y'all ain't about to outdo me. Like, what's the new thing, baby? We wearing what? We just wearing some over our nipples? I'm wearing it. We wearing only drawers? I'm wearing it. Only thongs? I'm wearing it. No, I ain't gonna do it. But I think we just like to stay young and relevant. You know, because you want to be always in. I still want to be that in thing. Like when I walk into a place, I want people to be like, damn.
I walk through.
Right. I want it to be like that. And up against a person that's younger than my age. I remember one time, me and my daughter had on an outfit very similar. Or she had worn my outfit one day.
Oh, I remember that.
And I text you and I put them together and I was just like, I ate her. And you was just like, don't put that on social media. I said, right. You was like, don't do your baby like that. I was like, I'm not, but I ate her. So I think it's that that quest to continue to look good and be able to compare with them youngins, baby.
Right. I think for me, I hate the concept that if you're not young, you're not relevant. And that sucks because, or if you don't have because youthfulness is different from young. Like young age, like you 20, 21, 30, 28. But when you're youthful in spirit, then you still attract certain things. Like when we go out, you know, girl, how many times? 20 something taller, 30. Now they might be
I'm old enough to be your mom, little boy.
Right. Wow, my mama don't look like that. No. So maybe it's the spirit that has a lot to do with it too. Like your energy.
Yeah.
What you give off, you know?
You think?
I think so. I think it does. It gives off, you know, like,
so you're saying if it was a person that looked exactly like you, but just gave old lady energy, they wouldn't come to her.
Hell no. No. They don't want grandma. They want auntie. They want the aunties, like boo boo.
Okay,
I'm popping. Hashtag. Like they want those things. And we don't want them, not like that. But I'm just saying, like, I think they want.
I'm trying to think because I'm trying to think being in a circle because all of our circle is just real lit and we don't have any. I'm trying to think, have I ever been with a person who look fly, but just got an old school?
Yep, I have. You have too.
Who?
We ain't saying it up here.
Tell me my ear.
No.
She's so messy.
She was old. She gave a little old vibe to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
thought she was fly though.
She was not. She had some fly stuff, but baby, you should fly away. Okay. But like,
you're right. She, you know, she had the same look style with us, but just had an old school type of.
Yeah, it was like, do you have a peppermint in your purse? Like, can I get some hand lotion? You got Mary Kay? Like, what is going on?
Stop. I use Mary Kay.
Okay, stop. You do. Maybe that's why your skin look like it does. That's what's up. But no,
that is so funny that you say her. Yeah. Okay.
Do you feel it now? Do you feel it?
I can see it. I can see it.
Feel what the rock is cooking. No, I
heard being that person.
Yeah.
And then we just have this bubbly personality, and I think that has a lot to do with it. Your spirit, I guess our best friend.
I think because I feel like your spirit kind of encompasses your personality, energy you give off, the way you look and care for yourself.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And like, because people be like, how you keep going? I'd be like, girl, winging a prayer and champagne. I don't know. But like, just stay popping for your sake. Like, do it for your sake.
Stay popping because the 50s is the new, not even 30s. 50s is the new 20s. But these knees say 55.
My knees are 50. My twerk is.
No, my twerk is twerking now. My twerk is 30. My twerk is for certain. My twerk is 30.
Best friend.
My twerk is 30.
Okay. My twerk, she got a 30 twerk.
I got a 30 twerk.
Twerky 30.
Yes, baby.
Twerky 30 for
Let me show y'all my. Nah. I'm playing.
Somebody bring some dollars for the twerky 30 day. Nah, my twerky is not 30. It's about 41.
No, my twerk is not 41.
Mine.
Yeah.
Mine is 41. But my shimmy.
Yes. So your twerk is not 30, but you got a different something else 30.
Yeah. What is it?
Maybe your shimmy.
maybe my whole vibe when I walk through. When I walk in, it's giving.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's not even like we're trying.
It's just natural, baby. I feel like we are on ourselves, girl. We
gotta be. Because who gonna do it? My hair all messed up. Because you have to. If you don't pour into yourself.
This is how we maintain our youth.
So speaking of youthful, okay, so drink water.
Drink plenty of water. Champagne and then water.
Champagne. Yeah, do it in that order.
No, you remember that you sent, who sent us that? It was a reel. It was a reel that came through and this guy was talking about how he stayed young and fresh and looking good. He drinks champagne all the time. You remember?
Now the comments ate that ass up.
Because I know that's a lie. Because champagne have me drunk as Cooter Brown. I am not
What the hell?
Drunk as Cooter Brown. You never heard that?
Who the hell is Cootie Brown?
Cooter.
Who is Cooter?
Oh my God. Dooley County Razor.
Kunta Kinte?
Dooley County Razor.
I never heard Cootie Brown. Isn't he a legend
he's a legend in Dooley Brown. Dooley
Brown.
Legend in Dooley County.
Dooley Brown.
Drunk as Cooter Brown is. You never heard that saying?
Hell no.
Are you serious?
Dead.
I thought that was a world saying.
She thought it was universal. It's definitely not.
Everybody say drunk as Cooter Brown.
Nobody. Girl, drunk as a skunk.
Oh my, I gotta look that up.
Lil AF, like, girl, I was done last night. I was drunk.
I need all of my Dooley County niggas, people, to chime in and say we always say Cooter Brown.
That is crazy to me.
Wow, I'm so shocked.
Like, is that a real person? Is the real question.
I don't know who Cooter is.
Okay. Well, so get drunk as Cooter Brown, then drink some water, then take a BC, then, get some sleep, eat a banana, and start to feel like yourself again. But work out, even if it's just walking.
Yeah.
So the quest for aging, and I think we can revisit this.
Energy. It's your energy and how you feel. Because what I realize is that, if I'm not feeling well, if I keep saying, oh, I'm so sick, I'm so sick. I really feel sick. But if I be like, shit, I'm not letting this sickness beat me. Yeah. I'm good. How you feel? I'm good. How you feel? I'm good. Then I become
beat line fall. I'm good.
But mentally, it makes me good.
So mental gymnastics works. I think further down the line, we should revisit this topic because I feel like there are so many different angles.
Yeah.
So the angle we took is like, baby, we lit.
Yeah.
AF and we popping and it's okay to say that because period. Who else is going to do it for you? But I also think we should really in the future unpack.
I agree.
Society's definition of why it's okay for men to age and be debonair and shit with the beard.
Yeah.
Baby.
And they sexy.
Yeah. But a woman, when my beard starts to grow, y'all got a problem with it. No, the woman, when the woman starts aging and graying, like we got to dye our hair. We, all these things we have to do. We have overstayed
out. So true.
Yeah. So let's make that another topic.
Yeah.
Down the line. That's the angle I would love to unpack.
I agree with that.
Okay. So move right along because I will belabor.
Now we're going to go to the toxic relationships that we tried to talk about earlier. Like, there is a lot of different angles with toxic relationships. You can be toxic in your friendship. You can be toxic in your...
Sorry. No! Mama, no! She beats me. No, go ahead.
Y'all see what I'm dealing with.
She don't beat me no more.
You can be toxic in your relationship with your partner.
Yeah.
You can be toxic in family relationships. There is so many different toxic relationships. And I'm trying to play in my head, have I been in a toxic relationship? I don't think I've been in many toxic relationships. If I have, like I have when I was in like probably the 9th grade.
Girl, these young dating age.
I don't have any other
dating me.
You know what I think I do? I think once it happens to me once.
Okay.
I'm not going back to that again.
Okay.
I know what I don't like, so I stop it. So if I go through it in a young age, then I'm not doing it again.
What made it toxic? 9th grade is crazy.
This boy he was trying to abuse me and it made it toxic. Yeah.
What?
That was toxic.
Girl, that was criminal.
So
What?
I learned what abuse looked like at that young age, and I was just like, no. Stopped it from that point on.
Wow, that's good.
I've never been. Well, he was initially trying, on the phone all night. You going to sleep on me? Like, we only been on the phone 5 hours. You remember those days when you have to stay on the phone with your boyfriend for that many hours just because you sleep? No, I ain't sleep.
Are you sleep? You sleep? Yeah.
Girl, and the next day at school, the boy be like, "You fell asleep on me last night."
Put you in the locker.
Girl, try. And I was just like, wait a minute.
That's scary because
this is a real life story.
They confuse that as love. A lot of like young kids confuse that as love.
And I think a lot of it comes from the fact that where you grew up, like your home life is what you bring into your regular life. This is what I saw at home. This is what it looks like love is to them. But that's not what it was for me because I didn't have that in my home.
Right.
I didn't see that from my parents. Right. So I'm not taking that from you.
Right.
So that was toxic for me. And
that
today,
was toxic.
From that point on in 9th grade, and thank God that it happened in 9th grade, because I'm not allowing it to happen anytime since 9th grade. I don't do toxic.
I don't. Girl, that's domestic violence.
And right. So that's a form of toxicity.
It's very toxic.
So I don't know. Have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
Yeah.
Friendship or relationship or what? This is not a toxic friendship. Stop saying that, best friend.
No, this isn't toxic. I haven't. Have I been in a toxic friendship? Oh yeah, I have a while back. As far as a toxic relationship, not so I don't equate toxic to hitting because I feel like that's off break domestic violence, but it is also toxic. So I get that. I'm thinking more of like emotional abuse, financial abuse, what's the other one? Emotional, sexual abuse is toxic. Like, they all have their own little areas. Like sexual abuse is all obviously assault.
Yeah.
Physical abuse is obviously domestic violence. But like, I think emotional abuse is toxic and it's hard to prove because you can tell your friends all day, they talk to me this way.
Yeah.
And if your friends don't get that from that person, then they don't see it as toxic.
You know what? I did I cut you off?
No, I was done.
You know what? I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and what I realized is, we had seen the same video. We was talking about the video. My perspective was completely different from their perspective, which caused us to have an argument.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was just like, wait a minute. In my mind, it was toxic. But what I realized is that based on how you grew up and how you live, you really see things completely different. We both seen the exact same video and we had 100% completely opposite perspectives on it. And it caused it to seem like a very toxic conversation.
So y'all had differing opinions and then y'all argued about it.
Yes.
But I don't know if that's considered toxic unless that happens all the time.
It does because we see things different. I wouldn't say the relationship was toxic, but I would say that our perspective is so different that when we have conversations about things, it can come off as toxic.
Who this girl? Sorry, stop.
I'm gonna bring it back to our conversation today that we had when we was talking to Tex. Like, you were saying one thing, and I'm just like,
what I got to do with this?
Yes.
What apples got to do with bananas?
Right. But in your mind, you were saying it has something to do with it because X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And I just couldn't get it.
Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the problem.
No. If someone would have listened to our conversation without knowing us,
they would have thought you were
wrong.
I knew it was going to be one or the other. They would have thought I was wrong or you were right. Like,
do you agree?
No, I don't think so, because I think that you lock in on whatever the situation is. That's you're going to lock in on that. I like to open up the space and broaden and bring in different scenarios and then give.
So you don't think I'm open-minded?
Hmm.
Kind of sounds like what you're saying.
Am I saying that?
This friendship is becoming toxic.
Oh, no. This is not a skit. I don't know if it's considered open-minded or lack of being open-minded as much as it's like you're set in proving yourself right.
No.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm gonna try to do some self-evaluation of myself and see if that's how other people see me. Because I don't see myself that way. I see you as being, whenever somebody point a finger at something that you're doing wrong, you have to point the 4 fingers back and say, oh, I did this one thing wrong, but you did X, Y, and Z wrong.
I completely disagree because I did not.
See, we showing y'all what toxic relationships look like, David. In this joint.
I'm going to tell you why I disagree. I disagree because if I wasn't being accountable for whatever the wrong was, and as many times as that wrong occurred, if I don't bring anything else with it, which I don't, this was you can't handle the truth. This is the first time I actually brought up some other issue I have. Anytime else, so I never bring anything else up.
If you only bring it up one time.
I brought it up, yes. I brought it up the day before, and I just reiterated it today.
Yes.
With the bullshit.
Yeah.
I did.
You brought it up one time.
Yeah.
That you had an issue with it. And then when I brought up an issue that everybody knows she's always late.
Yeah.
When I brought up your lateness, you're going to go back to that one issue that you brought up when you always late.
Okay, but that does not negate the fact that I actually brought that up, the other issue, and you guys or you didn't respond favorably.
One time.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It still exists. Like, it still exists. Like, you still have to be accountable. The accountability.
So how in toxic relationships, how do you prevent toxic relationships?
Leave that bitch on red. I don't know what to say. Let that hoe go. No. I think
because this is probably how toxic people look at toxic relationships. But
if we talk, this is the thing. This is why I go on the record and say this isn't toxic, because communication reduces toxicity.
Oh,
but when you say,
communication.
Okay, fine. After you said your piece, I said, you be like, all right, fine, then F it. Like, okay, whatever.
That's what you did.
No, I didn't. I didn't say F it. I said, okay, bye. But being open to still converse about it makes it less toxic, because this isn't toxic when you're able to have a conversation about it. It's a disagreement.
Okay.
We disagree about
So let's talk about when has there ever been a toxic relationship? Because I remember we had a friend that we used to always call her toxic. Remember? Because
she was toxic AF at work.
She was, but when she came around us and we had conversation with her, no, we would say, now we see why they think you're toxic at work.
Yeah.
Because your energy brings toxicity.
But I had her name saved in my phone as toxic. I was like, toxic, then parenthesis her name. But she really is genuinely a sweet person. She is really a sweet person. But she has her own views, the way she wants to do her. That's who she is.
Yeah, she's
take it or leave it.
That's exactly what it is.
She ain't nasty to you. She just who she is.
She can be nasty though. It doesn't come off as very friendly.
Right. She's not a friendly person, but she doesn't have to be bubbly and in your face. And you're going to still be who you're going to be. Like, I'm going to still be who I am around her. I'm going to be like, hey, girl, hey. Exactly. And either she going to look and be like, girl. Right. But I don't feel any way because she is who she is. She's not playing someone else.
Yeah.
I don't like the people that cosplay as nice and then they really toxic as fuck. Like, that is horrible.
So how do you deal with toxic relationships? Just
let them hang out.
Let it cook. No, not just her, but anybody. Just let them cook. Know that they're toxic and let them go.
I don't have any toxic people in my circle that I interact with on a daily basis.
And you've never been in a toxic relationship?
I have.
You have. And you cut the person off?
It was cut off.
What does that mean?
Yeah. I think
eventually it was.
I think things don't have to start off toxic, but they can like become toxic.
So it's not a person that's toxic. It's situations that cause
situations.
to be toxic.
Yeah. Now some people are actually just horrible, toxic people, and they aim to like screw up your life, and they aim to just be nasty and stuff like that. I can't be around those people because it like makes me want to do things out of my character.
Yeah, that's why I'm like tight circle, no squares. Like I don't mind having a toxic conversation with about always being late. I don't mind having toxic conversations. No, they can get toxic.
Yeah. I'll say it in your face. I'm like, do I need to have... Is my sister here? Yeah, because we about to jump you. Like, what are we... No, let me stop. We would
Your
never.
sister's always on my side.
Right, she is. That's the problem. And that's the part that I have an issue with.
Yes.
Because, like, y'all ganging up on me.
We bringing this back again today. I went away from it.
Okay,
but before we go off of it.
We're off. That's how I say it. We're off. We're off.
Before we kill it, best friend, let me say one thing.
So balling on a budget. Tell me when the camera start rolling. Balling on a budget. Ooh, y'all, that was a real beat.
This girl made me drink all my champagne. I didn't even have nothing to toast with.
You better swallow it. You better keep that in there to toast. Okay. So now, Guan, balling on a budget. What do you...
God, I had a good one. You made me forget my good balling on a budget.
Well,
do you have one?
I do. So
I got my good one.
Oh, do you want to go? Calm down. You want to go? Would you like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Balling on a budget, what I realized is that...
What I do it... No, let me stop.
I've noticed that you started wearing these big rings and stuff, right? So I had so many that I had years ago because this was a thing at one time.
Yeah.
Everybody used to
costume jewelry.
Yes. Everybody used to always wear them. And I never got rid of it because everything always come back. Yeah. So one of the things you can do with balling on a budget is always keep your things because they're going to come back. So I found one in my drawer today and I brought it for you.
See, this is toxic. See? She beats me down and gives me gifts. Y'all pay attention. No, this is so pretty.
I knew you would like it.
It'll replace what my wedding ring was.
Oh, not your wedding ring. No, but it is balling on a budget. You always recycle your things that you have.
Oh, and it does match my shoes. This is pewter. It's pewter, baby.
Yes. So balling on a budget is recycle. Never get rid of your old things because everything comes back.
Right.
And that came back from years ago.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to wear this a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
It's so cute. Oh my God. You know what? I have a balling on a budget. I do my lashes, but I'm going to give them to my best friend. I'm going to take them off. At the end of this, best friend, you can have these $7.99 Amazon 20-pack of faux mink lashes.
You got a 20-pack lash? So you do strips now?
I do strips.
Because I talked about last week, I started doing individuals.
Right.
Do you throw your strips? Because I used to wear my same strips like 5 times before I throw them in the trash.
Cute.
That's not what that's made for?
You could. Sometimes they say you can wear them up to like 15 times, girl.
The one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But I don't.
Wait.
I don't. You gotta wait. I don't because I have a big old pack of like 15 to 20. And I buy them and they're like $7.99 or $12.99, whatever. And they're faux mink. And it's because I'm allergic to actual lash glue.
Girl, she used to go get her lashes done every time. She was like, y'all, I have broken out my lash. Like, you cannot get the lashes done.
But my dumb ass would still go. Yes, I would take a Benadryl. I'm like, everything.
She would.
Now I'm just like, I can't do it. So that's my baller on a budget. I don't know it's a spin off of hers.
No, because we do strips.
Yeah.
And you got a whole pack of them and you do your strips and you throw them in the trash. And
but
that keeps you from going to get lashes done for $100.
Not $120. Like that's insane for me if I'm splurging on other stuff. Like if I want my champagne, I better get those $7.99 strips. So that's my balling on a budget, guys.
I like it. Okay. It's your time to do your toast.
Okay.
Not your toast. My military salute. Who are you?
Okay. I'm saluting he was, I want to say he was S1 when I came in recruiting. I don't even know what he did, but he sat in our office and cracked hella jokes. But he did a lot, right? He was consistent with like keeping the ball moving. Like, Collins, you need this, you need that. Reed, you need, like, I was Collins then, you need this, you need that. And he just, made sure he processed our paperwork, and he was super knowledgeable.
Okay.
But he was such a cool dude, yo. A family man. I love his wife. She's so cool. 2 daughters, and he has he's sons, but they were older when I was in, so I didn't really know them. But our daughters, my daughter and his oldest daughter are probably about a year apart. His youngest daughter was born on my son's birthday. I think she's maybe a year or 2 older, but nevertheless, I would like to salute retired Command Sergeant Major. Yeah, he made Command Sergeant Major, right?
I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm trying to figure out. Usually I know who you're talking about and figure it out. Have no clue.
I would like to salute retired Command Sergeant Major James Childs. I think it's James Childs.
Jesus. Sergeant Major?
Retired, yes.
Yeah. Girl, I never knew he made Sergeant Major.
Yes, he did. Oh, let's salute him. Let's salute
Childs.
We salute you.
Yeah. Remember those times? Yeah. He made Sergeant Major. Salute you again, child.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yeah.
And he retired.
He retired. I love his energy. Speaking of youthful energy, like, I love his energy. I love the way he fathers. I love seeing his stories with, him and his wife taking vacations. He's the one who told me about, like, Williamsburg is a good place for you and the kid. And I'm like, okay. So, a good old family, man. So, yeah, we salute you, child.
We salute you, child. That was good. Like, this has been a fun show. Like, once we finish, we're going to keep arguing, y'all.
Yes, guys.
We might do some after the scene arguments if y'all want to see how we really get down.
We'll record it.
But this is my best friend. So, no matter what, we going to always
be locked
in this toxic ass friendship.
Period. We are not toxic. We exude toxic qualities sometimes when I'm right and she's wrong. Okay, go ahead.
May you live as long as you want.
Oh, wait. Guess what you forgot?
What?
Ooh. And the other M. The other M had a birthday yesterday.
Yes, my sister. She's a part of the production crew. And
that's
she
the
had
only
a
reason we shower her out.
Right. And she's the one that's always talking about, she's going to be on the show one day, y'all.
We hope so.
And we're going to tell y'all why she's going to be on the show. Y'all know when y'all see her, why she's going to be on the show.
Right.
But sister, Mika, feedback coordinator. Yes. It was your birthday and we still lit and turned from your birthday.
That is what's going on.
Yes.
That's what's going on. So happy birthday again.
Okay, sister, may you live as long as you want.
And never want as long as you live.
Bottoms up, Nikki. I ain't got but a swallow left.
And swallow it.
Please don't forget to follow, like, share us, subscribe to our channels. We're on all socials where podcasts are broadcasted. Apple Music,
Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, YouTube, of course. Like and subscribe there. And when I do this,
like and subscribe us. Yes.
Okay.
Wonderful show. Happy birthday, sister.
Boots2Heels. Boots2Heels. Birthday. Bye.